following some backtracks out to Lake Marianne. Take the canoe out for a bit of a paddle. It's always nice getting out on the water. I'll also show you how my Rhino roof rack boat loader works for getting the canoe on and off the roof. Makes for an easy job of it. Yeah, so this Rhino rack side boat loader works pretty well with the canoe. I've got it set up with, it comes with the outriggers that I can use when I'm using an outboard motor on it. I'll just be taking it for a paddle today without the outriggers on it. But by sandwiching it all up like this, I can then use the boat loader to wind it on. I just use a battery drill to operate the winch. I'll show you when I'm loading it up. So I've got about 40 litres of water up the front as ballast while I'm in the canoe by myself. It's a little bit hard otherwise by myself. The front sits up in the air too much, catches the wind, so this makes it a lot easier. Paddle down here to the main part of the dam, see what bird life we can spot. There's normally some pelicans and ducks. It's a bit windy today, so makes it a bit harder to stay on track. Looks like I'm heading into this shallow water. I'm going to have to paddle a bit harder to get the nose around and into the wind before I run aground. Try and stay clear of that shallow bit. Oh, a heap of ducks over there, a few galahs, well, cockatoos, I don't know. I'm not really up on my birds, but it's nice. Yeah, there's some pretty shallow bits here at the moment, but normally by the end of the wet it's flowing over the spillway down there. So these ducks are a bit shy, can't get near them. Gonna try and keep that nose pointed into the wind, otherwise it'll blow me off course. Oh, I think there's a pelican over there amongst these shags. I'll go over and have a look. Always amazes me how far inland pelicans come. Like I said, we're 1,000 k's from the ocean, and there's not a lot of water in Central Australia, and we get pelicans over here. I guess if there's pelicans here and shags, there must be some fish down there. I really just wonder how a pelican ends up all the way over here. It's a shame they're shy. It's popular with tourists here to stop and have a bit of a rest, enjoy the water. Just got to make it across this little bit of an open stretch, and then I'll turn into the spur that goes back up to where my car is. Not a lot of water here, but it's enough to have a bit of fun, and there's plenty of bird life. Yeah, paddling by myself if it's windy is very difficult if I don't have that ballast up the front. Keep the nose down a bit. So if I use the outriggers, I've got a little electric outboard I can put on this, and so if it's a bigger waterway like a bay, or I want to go a lot further distance, the little outboard motor comes in really handy. And being electric, it's nice and quiet. So I've got it set up ready to winch onto the roof. So you've got your main winch ropes, which are this one here, and then these short ropes, they're hooked up to hold it in place as it flips over upside down on these bars that go up to the roof. You'll see what happens in a minute. So you just use a battery drill into the gearbox here, and you just wind it and it winches the ropes on. So that's pretty easy to load up with the Rhino roof rack. So all I've got to do now is strap it down and then head off. So hope you liked that little trip out on Lake Marianne. Cheers.